Welcome, seekers of the truth, to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a horoscope for the collective of the sign of Virgo with accents on love and career for the week that is between February 23rd, 2026 to March 1st, 2026. But before I get into that, let me take the opportunity to let you know about the services of Magical Services. So I do offer personal astrology charts of all kinds, useful for all aspects of life, useful for anyone who wants to understand how their astral bodies are affecting their life so they can be more strategic and tactical in their approach to their own life. For instance, natal charts could be done to see why you are the way you are. Synastry charts could be done to see the energy between you and someone else, to see how you affect one another, or if you're compatible or not, and or just how to be more strategic and tactical in your approach to the relationship as to make it endure. Also, composite readings could be done to see the actual energy of a relationship that is created between you and someone else as if you are an entity of its own. Once again, so you can be more tactical and strategic in your approach to the relationship. Or suppose you had a very relevant date or a very relevant appointment or a very relevant event in past, present, and or future, and you wanted to understand how the astral bodies would align for you personally, specifically in regards to that event. A chart can be done for that, so you could once again be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that event. And having been initiated into magic since the age of 10 in West Africa, I do have more than 3 decades of magical practice behind me. So I have various spells in regards to various aspects of life, if not all aspects of life. Um, and if should you request some magical work to be done, its divination will be mandatory before the actual spell. And I do divination with geomancy and or tarot. So those are my services, Virgo. If you feel like any of those services are things that could be useful to you in your life, please do contact me and we'll make that happen as soon as possible. My email is in the About section below. Or you could befriend me on my Facebook channel, which has the same exact name as this one, Magical Services. And then we could share direct messages if that is more your style, Virgo. Now, with all that said, let's get into your horoscope. So this week is dominated by mutable water, Pisces energy, opposing Virgo by sign. The Sun, Venus, and Mercury, all in Pisces, create a polarity dynamic: emotion versus analysis, surrender versus precision, intuition versus control. Midweek, Mercury stations retrograde in Pisces. Since Mercury rules Virgo, this is personally significant. Cognitive clarity may temporarily soften. External communication may become imprecise. Simultaneously, Uranus remains in Taurus, supporting long-term structural innovation. Mars in Aquarius stimulates technical detachment and strategic planning. This is a recalibration week, not an execution week. So, in the love field, precision meets emotional fog. Pisces opposition comes with emotional saturation. Venus in Pisces increases romantic idealism and emotional projection. You may encounter heightened sensitivity in partners, mixed signals, emotional intensity without logical clarity, without logistical clarity rather. Emotional intensity without logistical clarity. So Virgo's instinct is to love ambiguity. That approach may fail this week. Pisces energy does not respond to interrogation, it responds to emotional resonance. However, Mercury turning retrograde midweek complicates communication. Messages may be misinterpreted. Old conversations may resurface. An ex or unresolved romantic dynamic could reappear. Do not overanalyze initial signals. Wait for repetition patterns. So boundary integrity under pressure becomes a theme. With the Sun in Pisces, that highlights relational imbalances. You may notice you are giving more than receiving. Emotional labor is uneven. Expectations are unspoken yet assumed. This is not confrontation week. This is observation week. By late week, emotional patterns become clearer. Data accumulates. Decisions can be made next week with greater accuracy. And then we also have Uranus in Taurus, expanding standards. Uranus in Taurus supports evolution in your belief systems and relational expectations. If single, you may feel drawn to someone intellectually or culturally different than your own, or from the norm, or from your norm. If partnered, a shift in shared values or long-term direction may surface. It is not destabilizing unless resisted. Stability is now defined by growth, not repetition. In the career field, it's a refinement cycle. Mercury retrograde calls for internal audit. Because Mercury rules Virgo, this retrograde is operationally significant. Expect project revisions, scheduling disruptions, miscommunication within teams, delays in approvals. This is not a failure cycle, it is a quality control phase. Recheck contracts, reevaluate workflow systems, revisit metrics. Precision now prevents loss later. And then we have Mars in Aquarius, calling for technical optimization. Mars in Aquarius supports systems redesign, technological upgrades, data analysis, process innovation. This aligns naturally with Virgo's operational strengths. Use the week to automate inefficient tasks, improve digital infrastructure, streamline repetitive processes, avoid launching entirely new initiatives, improve existing ones instead. And then we have Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, so network reassessment becomes a theme. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer highlights professional alliances and collaborative growth. Questions emerging would be which partnerships genuinely expand opportunity? Where are you overextending loyalty? Are emotional obligations interfering with strategic advancement? Quiet restructuring now leads to measurable gains later. So a tactical timeline for you, Virgo, this week would be that from February 23rd to the 24th, there is heightened emotional sensitivity. Observe rather than react. February 25th to the 26th, Mercury stations retrograde in Pisces. So technical and communicative confusion peaks. Avoid major decisions if possible. And then from February 27th to the 28th, analytical clarity returns gradually. Practical solutions emerge. March 1st, direction stabilizes. Strategic confidence improves. So the bottom line for Virgo this week is that this week tests your relationship with control. Love requires patience with ambiguity. Career requires disciplined revision, not expansion. Do not force clarity prematurely. Gather data, refine systems, adjust quietly. Execution resumes next week with stronger structural integrity. So that's what I had for you today, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed it. I surely made it for you to enjoy. And if you did enjoy it, please like this video and or comment this video. Let me know what you don't like, what you do like, or what you want to see. Or share this video or subscribe to our channel, because this is not just my channel, it's our channel. So let's make it grow. So, and then if you subscribe too, of course, you'll get future uploads, future first dibs on future uploads. And there should be all kinds of fun future uploads, from unconventional divinations to all sign readings, sign specific readings, shorts, longs. Who knows? I might even post some things. But thanks for being here. Thanks for your time, Virgo. And until the next time, blessings.